Am I audible?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
We can start if you're ready.
We get let's do it now.
Okay, so hi, I'm Casey from Strafe Esports. So first of all, I would like to say uh, congrats on the win once again.
Thank you.
So this tournament in Madrid, it has been quite a long journey, and now you're one step that much uh, closer to the grand final. So first of all, I would just like to know about your thoughts, coming into this tournament, how everyone is feeling, how you're feeling, and how it's been how it's been up to this stage at this point.
I think we exceeded our expectation. I don't think we were gonna go for top three. I think this tournament we especially targeting for the playoff because we are a new team and we are trying to adapt to Monya and Monya is trying to adapt to us. So I think so far I'm very happy with the results. So yeah, I mean now since we're already top three, then I guess we gonna try to do our best to win the whole thing.
Okay, speaking of Monyet, last time that I had a chat with him, he told me that the coming into a new team, adapting to new roles, it takes some time to build confidence. Now in this tournament, uh, we have seen him coming out with some high impact plays for PRX. So would you say that he's managed to adapt quite well to the team?
hmm I think definitely not 100% used to us. I would say, but maybe 70%, maybe. Yeah, I think from the off seasons tournament, I think he's still like completely new to us, and now I mean it's been few months. So I think yeah, he's technically kind of like used to how we play, how we want to play the game and stuff. And yeah, I mean the rest of the performance is up to his confidence, I guess. Yeah, I think when it comes to Valorant, it's all about confidence. Like read the game, being able to perform things under big pressures and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so a few questions about uh, today's game against Loud. So on the first map on Ascent, you had a good start, but things started to get a bit shaky. There are also some like stack gambles that you guys did on some sites, but in the end, you managed to recover quite well especially in the last few rounds when it mattered most. So what do you think uh, happened? What do you think brought about this change in pace for PRX, and how did you manage to eventually close it out?
I think for some maps we are not the best when it comes to attacking, and maybe I can say for Ascent, I don't think our strats are that solid yet. And also, I think after a few rounds, they kind of like figured how we play on T sides, and they kind of like do aggressive pushes on us, especially some of the stuff in mid rounds, like they were playing middle, heavy middle and stuff, and punishing us, and be main with operators and stuff. So yeah, I think they kind of like adapt to us at the end of the first half, and but luckily we managed to get 5 rounds already during that time. So yeah, I think it was okay, but on City, I guess it's all comes up with the map control. I guess I mean they run bridge and stuff, so we gotta fight for the area. So if we give them the spaces and stuff, we gonna lose the rounds, I would say. Yeah.
Then on the second map, which was a sunset, which was your pick. So again, you guys had a great start in the first half, I would say. And even in the second half, it was a very dominant attack side from you guys. So do you think had the better game plan, uh, you had the better game plan when compared to Loud, or do you just think that Loud, like for them, things weren't going according to plan, or things were just not happening for them?
Mm, I think when it comes to Sunset, I think everyone's know that we are one of the best team in that map, and I think we proved to them. I think so far we only lost to Sentinels, I think, in off season, and there's also a different com. So I think with this com, with no duelists, I think a lot of teams know that we are quite good at that map. And yeah, I mean, it's not really about countering how loud play. It's more like how we manage to play, like how we play in practice. So yeah, I mean,
Again, on Sunset, earlier, like up earlier. you used to play Cypher on this map, then now you've
Yep.
switched to a Sage role. How
Mm-hmm.
confident do you feel now switching to the Sage, and do you think you'll stay on this Sage role for quite a while, or like, as you guys like to experiment a lot, do you think you'll change it up again in the future? Not within this tournament, obviously, I don't think so, but maybe sometime in the future.
I think maybe in the futures, yeah, we probably try new things. I mean, we always love to try new things, and new agent is coming out soon. And yeah, I mean, I would love to try new agents because I believe that I can play mm, quite a lot of agents. So yeah, I mean, I don't mind trying new things. And for this tournament, we are definitely not switching up to different agents. I would say, yeah.
Uh, so your confidence in playing quite a few agents is nice. So for second on your team also plays a flex role. So do you think his flexibility allows the rest of the team to also be more flexible, or do you think that because he can be flexible that you guys can just lock down one operator for a map and then you can just do your own things?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he would try new things because he wanted to, but sometimes it's about um slotting in the loophole, of our defense or attacking side, like whether we really need this agent in this map, and he would be the guy that filling it up the place. So yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. Sometimes you want to try the agent, sometimes he had to use that because we need to have that agent, and he plays the best when it comes to other agents. So yeah, I mean, it goes both way.
Okay, so now Coach Alex was asked a question in the press conference about how social media affects the mental of the team and whatnot. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that when people criticize you a lot, do you think it actually helps you improve, or do you think that just keep that in the back of the head and keep moving forward and doing your own thing?
I mean, for me, I think I've been in the scene for quite a while. I mean, those kind of stuff doesn't really affect me. So I think it does affect some of our new players. But for me, it's something that I enjoy watching or like read. Like sometimes it's just funny, to me. Like even if the comments is about hating or whatever, but for me, I just take it and then just laugh it off. So yeah, I mean, doesn't really affect me. It's more like kind of like entertainment for me. But yeah, I mean, for other people, I mean, some other teammates maybe they take it differently. Maybe because they're still new to the competitions environment and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so now your next match is up against Sentinels, and they're in quite a good form. But against Loud, where Loud actually pushed them to the limit. So two maps on overtime in their last match. So how do you think you're going to fare against Sentinels?
So I think it's definitely gonna be a close game if we have a good mindset or confidence, just like today. But on our worst days, probably, I mean, it's gonna be rough. Like I think when it comes to our team, it's all about confidence. Like being able to perform under pressures and stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's one of our strength. And if you do manage to be calm and collected, and yeah, I mean, who goes to our way. But yeah, I mean, definitely gonna be a hard game for sure.
Speaking of confidence, after today's win, how confident do you feel for tomorrow? And also, do you have anything planned specifically for Sentinels, like any counter strats, or are you just going to uh, play your own game?
I think we don't really try to counter the opponents that much because we believe that usually it's kind of like disturbing our game plan or our play style. So I think we're just gonna focus on ourselves, maybe fix a few anti-eco. I think we got thrifty few times today and even in the previous matches. So yeah, I mean we're just gonna focus on ourselves and do our best. I mean they are definitely hard opponents. So yeah, just try our best as usual.
Yeah. Final question. So if you beat Sentinels tomorrow, obviously it's too soon to ask still, but if you do beat them, then you'll be facing off against Genji once again in the grand final. So how prepared are you for that revenge match, and like what are your expectations going into that if you manage to go?
I think it's definitely gonna be hard for us because if we win tomorrow's and we have to play right the next day, and Genji have like pretty much like one free day off, like they could study both teams tomorrow and even watch our games. They definitely and also they have advantage for coming in from the upper bracket. So the favors goes to their way. But if we do manage to beat Sentinels tomorrow, I guess pretty much the same. I guess we don't really have time to counter strike them or whatever. Like try to read their game plan and stuff. But yeah, probably just focus on ourselves as usual because we played them a lot, even in from the kickoff and stuff. I mean, they technically from our region, so I think right now we're just gonna focus on beating Sentinels because yeah, I mean they're not from our region and definitely different playstyle and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow's match and the grand finals are both going to be best of five. So do you have any thoughts about the format? Like five maps is actually quite long. So do you have any game plan specific just for the BO5?
I think it's important for us to stay focused and reserve a lot of energy because it's gonna be a long game. Like sometimes some players they just kind of like exhausted after a few maps. So I think it's important to stay focused and reserve our extra energies for the best of five. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so that was all from my side. Thank you so much for taking
Thank you,
time to agree to this interview and
thank you for
all the
having
best
me.
for tomorrow.
Thank you.